Hey children, welcome to another video on punctuations. Now, in part one of punctuation, we learned the history of punctuation, what are punctuation marks, what's its power, what is a punctuation, and the different types of punctuation. Now, we're going to first revise all the 10 punctuations that we learned in a previous video, and then we will learn the next remaining 4 commonly used punctuation, namely ellipsis, parenthesis, brackets, and slash. Let's revise. We learned capital letters. It is used to start a sentence. It is used for names of a person, place, festival, days, and months. And they also take pride to call themselves leaders or beginners who lead sentences. The next type of punctuation mark we learned was full stop. It is used at the end of sentences. They are the ones who do not like much of work and hence are always ready to finish things. The next type of punctuation we learned was question mark. It is used at the end of sentences to create doubt or uncertainty. They always like to know about everyone and everything, isn't it? They are full of whys, whats, wheres, whens, and hows. Next, we learned about exclamation mark. They're used to denote surprise, shock, anger, or basically it indicates different expressions. They love themselves to be separated from the other words in the sentences. They love to be bossy and to be heard loud and clear. The next type of punctuation we learned was comma. They used to denote pause in a line or used between similar words or phrases. They're the ones who are always tired and often like to stop, take a breath to move further. Colon is used to introduce a list of items that comes after the introductory information. They are the announcers who first give the introduction and then the list of the followings. Next, we learned about semicolon. They used to connect 2 independent clauses closely related in thought. They love to bring all similar things together, isn't it? Next one is apostrophe. They're used to indicate possession. They also used to contract words. They love to keep things for themselves and claim ownership. Next one we learned is quotation marks. They're used for direct quotations in a sentence. They never speak for themselves, but keep narrating what others have said, right? Now, next one is hyphen. They're used to join words serving as a single adjective before a noun in number words and to divide words in syllables. They love to interrupt others to add their own thoughts, isn't it? Hyphen. I hope you have now understood the 10 punctuation marks that we learned earlier. And now let's study the next 4 types of commonly used punctuation marks, namely ellipsis, parenthesis, brackets, and slash. First one is ellipsis. Ellipses are most commonly represented by 3 periods, meaning ... or they are often used to omit a word, phrase, paragraph from a quoted passage. They are used for intentional shortening of quote without changing the meaning. Ellipses eventually save space by removing content that's less relevant. Let's see some examples. The full quotation would be, "Today, after years of struggle, I finally got selected for the national level gymnastics." Now, how do we use ellipsis? Today, I finally got selected for the national level gymnastics. Do you see how the 3 dots actually replaced after years of struggle? Let's see some more examples. We went to the mall, bought new clothes, had lunch at the food court, played games at the PlayStation, and returned home after sunset. With ellipsis, it becomes, we went to the mall and returned home after sunset. They skip, basically, bought new clothes, had lunch at the food court, and other unnecessary information. Ellipses are usually used to show a pause or a trailing thought process. It can be used to create a suspense. It is mainly used, in books and novels. Some examples are, I never thought it's going to be like this. I know I have to complete my work. There's a suspense or a pause or a trailing thought in these sentences. Ellipsis often gets distracted, trails off, and takes long breaks. The 3 dots always march together. The next type of punctuation mark we are going to learn is parenthesis. Parenthesis is a punctuation mark used to provide non-essential but an additional information to the reader. They are words or a phrase inserted in a sentence as an extra valuable information to provide an explanation or an afterthought. If the parenthesis is taken away, the passage would still be complete without it. They are always inserted between an opening and a closing parenthesis. Let's look at some example. My brother bought lovely gifts. What were the gifts? You can write it in parenthesis. A bag, accessories, shoes, toys, and clothes for me from Egypt. We have bought a new car. Which type of car? A blue wagon car today. I study in University of Windsor. Where is University of Windsor? Canada. That is involved in a parenthesis. Brian is my younger brother. That is the right word, but you can also write Brian, open parenthesis, 3 years old, close parenthesis, is my younger brother. The next type of punctuation mark we're going to learn is brackets. Brackets are used for technical explanation or to clarify a meaning. If the information in the brackets are removed, the sentence will still look complete and make sense. Sometimes dates or other numbers are enclosed by brackets. Let's look at some examples. He, Mr. Elena, was the first to enter the room. She drove 60 miles per hour on the highway today. The dates 1st to 12th of August for final exams are out. It weighed very heavy. How heavy? 350 pounds. And that can be included in brackets. The next type of punctuation mark we are going to learn today is slash. Slash is used to show alternatives and is used in set phrases like and, or, if, or when. It can be used to show opposite ideas or relationships like male or female, his or her. Let's look at some examples. Titanic is a fiction romance or drama-based movie. Let us know the sex of your child, male or female. If or when will your uncle return to visit your place? Would you prefer having an ice cream with a chocolate topping and or with a fruit salad? I hope you have now understood the importance of punctuations and how to master them. And these are the 14 different types of punctuations which are commonly used in the English language. Thank you.